Hello everyone, it's Noam here from Soldier On. So just looking at today's workout for today, we're looking at workout session 4. Today's session is going to be slightly different to what we've been doing originally, but quite somewhat similar from what we have done last week. So today's format is going to be 3 separate sections of work, and each of these sections requires you to be working for 2 minutes with 1 minute off, and then moving on to the second section and the third session, and followed on with another round from there on. So each sections will be based on a pyramid format. So let's take, for example, on the first one, you have walking lunges for 5 reps, squats for 5 reps, and once you've completed both of the exercises, you're going back onto the walking lunges, but this time the repetition increases by 5 reps. So then you'll go into 10 walking lunges to 10 squats, and then from there on to 15, and then ultimately to 20. And what we want to do is complete as many reps of those many rounds and as many increments as possible in that 2-minute time frame. After we've completed that, we get the 1 minute break, and then we move on to the next sections. V sit-ups for 10, mountain climbers for 10, and as you come back again, this time it will go up to 20, and then if you've completed the 20, it goes up to 30 for that 2-minute time frame. Then we have the 1 minute break, and then we move on to the third section. And the third section is slightly different because this one only goes up to about increments of 1. So what we mean by one shoulder tap is we tap our shoulders 1 rep on each side, then followed by a quarter rep, which I will demonstrate by 1 rep. And once you finish that, you go back, and this time it becomes 2 to 2, 3 to 3, and then follows on for as many as you can in that 2-minute time frame. Once you've completed all of those 3 sections, we start all over again for 1 more round, and the same as what I've explained before, it goes up by 5 increments, and then to 10, and then to 1 with each sections. Okay, so before the workout we start today, there are some of the stretches and warm-ups that I would like you to do to loosen up those hips, to really get those muscles being engaged. Okay, the first one that I wanted you to do is just really working on those hip flexors, which demonstrates some stretching. So from there, hips nice and squared, lengthen, place your arm in the midline, and extend to the other side. So I'd like you to hold this section for 30 seconds. And once you've done that, we move on to the other side. Coming in, making sure your hips are slightly adjusted forward. Press the arm to the floor and extend your arm to the side. So this will allow you to really loosen up and lengthen through your hip flexors. And from there, we place your arms down and we straighten out our front leg, stretching out through our hamstring, pointing the toes forward, letting our chest come down as low as possible. So we continue to do that on each sections of our legs and each sides. And once you've done that, we just want to make sure that we have a little bit of engagement through our glutes. So what I'd like you to do is just see how strong your glutes are today. Starting off with a wall hold for 30 seconds. And once you come up that, shake your legs out a little bit. From there, come back. But this time, we hold with one leg out to the front. Straighten your leg, point your toes, and extend your arm. So we hold for 30 seconds on one side. And once we've done that, give those legs a bit of a shake, and then move on to the other side. Again, arm nice and straight, brace that core, squeeze your butt, point your toes, and extend your arms out to the front. Beautiful. So, once you've done that on 2 on each sections, then we can move on to our workouts today. So for walking lunges, we want to make sure we take a nice big step forward, bring that knee as low as possible towards the floor. From there, make sure our chest is up and elevated, our hips are squared to the front. We step forward and we bring that knee down again. Now ideally, I don't want you to be moving forward too far or moving further back too far out. From there, our squats again needs to be our butt towards our hip level, towards our knee level, hip, butt to the knee level, and then squeezing through the bottom, we stand back up. V sit-ups, we want to make sure our legs are nice and straight, our lower abdominals are nice and squeezed and tucked in, our arms are extended. From there, we come up as high as we can, and then we extend away. Mountain climbers, as we've talked before, knee comes up straight towards our hips and extends away. So ideally, we want to make sure we're not up there or too low, or make sure that our abs are nice and braced and we are parallel to the floor at all times. Shoulder taps, coming into your full plank position, tapping the shoulders. One by one, your quarter burpees, comes up here, straight back in, and straight back. Ideally want to keep the elbows just above our knees, our chest up nice and tall, our hips nice and low. And that is the workout for today. Thanks guys.